Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1961 New York Yankees baseball. It's August 4th. We got the Minnesota Twins traveling up to New York City to take on the Yanks. Let's take a look at the Twins starting lineup here. You got, excuse me, leading off playing shortstop is Versells. Batting second, playing center field is Green. Batting third, playing first base is Killebrew. Batting fourth, playing right field is Allison. Batting fifth, playing left field is Lemon. Batting sixth, doing the catching is Beatty. Batting seventh, playing second base is Lipica. Batting eighth, playing third base is Tuttle. And batting ninth and doing the pitching for the Twins is Pascual. Now for the hometown New York Yankees starting lineup. Leading off playing second is Richardson. Batting second playing short's Quebec. Batting third playing right field's Maris. Batting fourth playing center field is Mantle. Batting fifth and playing first base is Howard. Batting sixth and playing left field is Barra. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Johnny Blanchard. Batting eighth playing third base is Boyer. And batting ninth doing the pitching for the New York Yankees is Stafford. Let's get down to Yankee Stadium, folks, and get this game started. Hey, 007. Yankees trying to win their 70th game of the year, folks. The Twins trying to win their 60th. And here's the first pitch from Stafford to Versells. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Howard at first. Right away, they find the guy that's not playing his normal position, but he fields it cleanly. Takes it over to the bag himself for out number one. That brings up Lenny Green hitting 287 on the year, folks. And he gets a hold of this one off of Bill. And he drives that ball into right field in between Mick and Maris. And that'll be a stand-up double for Green. So one out, runner down to second for Killebrew. And Killebrew's hitting 296 on the year, folks. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike three, a big strikeout for Stafford. Now there's 2 outs with Green down at second. And that'll bring up Mr. Allison, not to be confused with the race car driver Bobby Allison, batting 251 on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball into right field. And Rogers going to make the catch out there. And Green stranded down at second first. In the first, and we go to the bottom of the first. With the Yankees due up now. We got Richardson, Quebec, and Maris. And Bobby's hitting 245 on the year, folks. Here's the pitch to Bobby. That's a fly ball in the center field. Lenny Green's out there today, makes the catch for out number one. Brings up Tony Quebec, hitting 286 on the year. See if Tony can get on board for the M&M boys. And he does. That's a base on ball. So Tony trots on down the first. That brings up Roger. See what old Roger can do. Batting 260 on the year, folks. He's been smoking hot. See if he can keep it up. And they don't want no parts of Roger. Back-to-back walks. Know how smart that is to walk Roger, put a runner in scoring position for Mick. Quebec down at second, Maris down at first. Mick hitting 293, would like to get that batting average up to 300. He hasn't been hitting too well here lately, folks. Let's see if he can get on track here. And no, he doesn't. That ball is hit on the ground down the short. Versells up with it, tosses it over to second, fires over to Killebrew rather at first, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 any double play Mick hits into, folks. So we go to the top of the second. The Yankees don't get nothing out of that. Both walks. We got Lemon, Beatty, and Lipico due up here for the Twins. Lemon's batting 246. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Lemon's out of there, folks. 1 out. Mr. Beatty's up now. And he's hitting 283 on the year, folks. And that's going to be that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Stafford. 3 strikeouts on the day already. And that brings up Ted Lippica. He's batting only 146 on the year, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Quebec. He comes up with it cleanly, fires over to Howard, playing first today. That's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the second. We're still tied up, 0-0. We got Howard, Bear, and Blanchard due up here for the Yankees in the second. Howard's batting 314 on the year. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Howard gets aboard here with a leadoff single in the second. Let's see if the killer bees here, Bear and Blanchard and Boyer, can drive him in. The 3 Bs. You got Yogi hitting 312. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate. Beatty's calling for it. He's going to make the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring up Johnny Blanchard. Johnny's off to a bad start this year, folks. Only hitting 219. Let's see if he can do something here against Pascual. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Tuttle comes in. Slow rollers only plays to first. That'll get Howard in scoring position, but now there's 2 outs for Clint Boyer. Can he come out with a big 2-out base hit here? He's having a decent year, Boyer is. 248. And no, that's not going to get the job done. That ball's hit down the short. Zorro's up with it, fires over to first, and the Yankees again leave a runner in scoring position. It's 3 runners left on base for the Yanks. We go to the top of the third, still tied up, 0-0. We got Tuttle, Pascual, and back to the top of the order in Versells. And Tuttle's batting 208 on the year, folks. And Bill walks him. Not what you want to do with a 208 hitter. And that brings up Pascual. He's going to try to lay down a bunt here, folks. He's only batting 145 on the year. Try to get him in scoring position here. And that's going to be a poorly executed bunt. That's back to the mound. Stafford's up with it. He fires down the second with Quebec covering. They get the lead runner, folks. So that puts Pascual down at first with 1 out for Versells. So nice job by Stafford. And Versells 0 for 1. He grounded out Howard his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Hey, Tim. Checked out the game the other day you did. Nice job. And check out Tim Cleveland Baseball 879 channel, folks. He's doing the 2007 playoffs. And brings up Lenny Green. He doubled his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Boyer. Easy play for Clint over to Howard at first. And that'll end the inning, folks. So we go to the bottom of the third. Still no score in this game, folks. Stafford's due up, followed by Richardson and Quebec. All right, here is old Bill. Bill's hitting 278, folks, because we don't need no stinking DH. Let's see if he can help himself here. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Zorro, he does Al Zorro on it. That ball gets through the wickets, folks. That's going to be an E6. And Bill's aboard. So let's see if the Yankees can take advantage of this error. Nobody out now. Bill down at first for Bobby Richardson. He flew out the center his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. and he drives that ball into the gap in right field. And Stafford's going to head down the third. Allison gets over, cuts that ball off. So Bobby's going to stop at first. We got first and third now, folks, and nobody out. See if the Yankees can cash in this time. Here's Quebec. He walked his first time up, folks. Let's see if he can drive Bill in from third. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And I think that might be deep enough to get the runner in. No, it's not. Bill's going to stay down there at third. So now we got one out for the M&M boys coming up here. We got Maris. He walked his first time up. Let's see if Roger can get an RBI here, folks. And he's going to do more than that. He blasts that ball in the center field, and that makes it to the wall. And Bobby Richards, a brown-eyed, handsome man, rounding third. And that's going to clear the bases, folks. And the Yankees take a 2-0 lead. Hey, Tim D. That brings up to Mick now. One out, and Roger in scoring position for Mick. Mick grounded into a double play his first time up, folks. And not this time. He lifts that ball back to the mound. An easy roller for Pascual. He fires over the first. Roger will get down the third, but now there's 2 outs. Like I say, Mick, he needs to get off of this slump. Here comes Howard. He singled his first time up. Can he get a 2-out base hit and drive Roger in, folks? And that might be a base hit. Let's check this out. Yes, it is. That's a single through short. Howard's having a hell of a game. And that ball ends up in left field. Rogers in there, folks. RBI single for Howard. And the inning's still alive. And that'll bring up everybody's favorite Yogi. He's 0 for 1, popped up to the catcher's first time up. And he's going to try it again, and the same result. Beatty's up to the task near the screen this time, makes the catch. But the Yankees score 3 in the bottom of the third and take a 3-0 lead. Get to the top of the fourth. Going to have the meat of the lineup due up here for the Twins. Killebrew, Allison, and Lemon. Oh, Killebrew struck out his first time up, folks. And not this time, because that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is long going. Roger turns around, watches that go down the short porch in right field. And it's a 3-1 ball game, folks. That brings up Bobby Allison. He flew out to Rogers first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Yogi's patrolling left today. He makes the catch near the line for out number 1. And that'll bring up Jim Lemon. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Mick takes a few steps to his right, makes the catch for out number 2. Brings up Mr. Earl Beatty now. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be another strikeout. Beatty, 2 strikeouts in the day. Now to win the inning, but the Twins score 1 on Killebrew's home run. It's 3-1 Yanks. We got Blanchard, Boyer, and then Stafford due up here in the fourth. Johnny's 0 for 1, grounded out the third. And that's going to be another ground ball down the third, and Tuttle's up with it. No problem again. That'll be out number 1. Mr. Boyer is up now. He grounded out the short his first time up. And that's going to be down the third this time again. Bill down there's got it, fires over. They might want to pick on somebody else this inning. Here comes Stafford. He reached on an error his first time and scored, folks. And that's going to be a ball 1-0 count on Bill. Let's see if he takes advantage of it. Nope, pops out right up the chute. Beatty's got it. He's been busy today. That'll be out number 3. The Yankees go down in order in the 4th. We go to the 5th. Yankees still got a 2-run lead, 3-1. Lipico, Tuttle, and Pascual due up here at the bottom part of the order in the 5th. He's 0 for 1, Ted is. And he's going to be 0 for 2 after Boyer grabs that one up, fires it across the diamond to Howard for out number 1. Bill Tuttle's been busy down at 3rd today. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a single in the left field. So Bill's aboard for the 2nd time today, folks, with 1 out. Pascual's going to try to bunt him in the scoring position again. He failed the last time, bunted it back to Stafford, and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a foul ball, I believe. Yep, foul ball, strike 1. And that's going to be a nice bunt down the first baseline. Howard's up with it. His only play will be the 1st with Bobby covering. That'll be out number 2, but Tuttle's in scoring position now with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Zorro Vercells. He's 0 for 2, grounded out the 1st and struck out. And that's going to be a comebacker to the mound. Easy. Oh, no, that's another ground ball down the 1st. Howard's up with it. This time he'll toss it over to Bill covering, and that'll do it. The Twins leave a runner at 2nd. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Twins 1, Yankees 3. Got the top of the order due up here for the Yanks. Richardson, Kubek, and Maris. Bobby's 1 for 2 and scored. Let's see if he can get on board again for them and them boys. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Tuttle. Again, not a hard play at all. He takes his time, fires over to Killebrew, and that's out number 1. Brings up Kubek. He's 0 for 1 and walked. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Green's got that one all day and all night for out number 2. So here's Roger. Roger's 1 for 1. He's walked and doubled a 2 RBI double. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Lipico at 2nd. And he fires over to 1st, and the Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. We're going to the top of the 6th, folks. We got Green, Killebrew, and Allison due up here. 2, 3, 4 hitters. And Lenny's 1 for 2 with a double, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby Richardson. He's not going to have a problem with that. Tosses it over to Howard for out number 1. Mr. Killebrew homered his last time up, his 31st home run of the year, folks. Here's the pitch to him. And they don't want no parts of all Killebrew. They walking. So he's down at 1st now with 1 out. That brings up Bobby Allison. Bobby's 0 for 2, flown out the right and left. See if he hits one out the center and Mick catches it. He's going to hit the ball down the 3rd, and Boyer's up with it. Slow roller. He charges it, fires over the 1st, his only play for out number 2, but Killebrew will end up down at 2nd with 2 outs now for Jim Lemon. Jim struck out and flew out the Mick, and they walk him. So it's a base on balls. All of a sudden, Bill's having a little trouble here in this 6th inning with his control. And now we got 1st and 2nd and 2 outs for Earl Beatty. Earl's 0 for 2. He struck out. 007's back, folks. See if he can get the hat trick on Beatty. And yes, he does. Earl Beatty strikes out for the 3rd time, folks. That is the 6th strikeout of the game for Bill, and 3 of them's been Earl. The Yankees get out of the mess with nobody scoring, folks. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Yankees still with a 2-run lead. We got Mantle, Howard, and Barrett due up here. Mick's 0 for 2. And he's going to be 0 for 3 as that's a fly ball in the left field. Lemon's got it. He's going to catch it for out number 1. Brings up Mr. Howard, who's having a hell of a game. 2 for 2 with an RBI, folks. And they don't want no parts of Howard now. They walk him down to first. Takes his time getting down there, and Yogi's up now. See if Yogi can come through here with a 1-out base hit. He's over 2. He's popped up to the catcher both times. And not this time. That ball's hit down the third. And that ball's not hitting nowhere. That's a swing and a miss. Pascual strikes out Yogi. So there's 2 outs. And that brings up Johnny Blanchard. Let's see if Johnny can get on track here. He's grounded out the third both times up. And that's going to be a pop-up in the infield. Who's going to call for that one? That's going to be Lipico down at second. Makes the catch out there near the mound for out number 3. The Yankees leave Howard stranded at first. We go to the top of the 7th, folks. Yankees still with a 3-1 lead. Got the bottom part of the lineup due up here for the Twins. Lipico, Tuttle, and probably a pitch hitter for Pascual. Ted's 0 for 2, grounded out to short and third. And that's going to be a fly ball to Roger out and right. He makes the catch for out number 1. Brings up Bill Tuttle. He's playing a hell of a good third base today, and he's 1 for 1 in a walk, folks. Not a bad day at the plate either, and that's a fly ball to center field. Mick takes a few steps back, makes the catch for out number 2. And like I said, I think they're going to pitch hit here for Pascual. Try to get something going. Let's see who they're going to pitch it with. I think they're going to old Joe out the belly. And he thinks he's going to manage a World Series and with the Orioles, he says. He'd like to be a manager, and he thinks he can take the Orioles to a World Series. He thinks he can replace Earl Weaver and do a better job. What do you think, folks? Can he replace Earl Weaver and get a World Series ring? All righty, here comes Joe up now. Joe's first plate appearance for the Twins, folks. See what he can do here against Bill. And that's going to be a base on balls. Nice job by Joe. Gets on board here with 2 outs. Brings the tying run to the plate. And old Vercel is 0 for 3. Grounded out to first. Grounded out to first another time and struck out. Not this time, though, folks. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. Out the belly's going to make it down the third. So we got first and third now with 2 outs. And there goes Vercel on the third pitch. He's taking off trying to steal second, folks. And he's going to make it in there with a stolen base. So now we got second and third with 2 outs. And the Yankees are in a little bit of a trouble here. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Green. Yankees looking here to get out of this mess with no run scoring. Green's 1 for 3 with a double. And he's going to get a hold of this one, folks. And that ball is driven into left field. That's going to score both runners. And Lenny Green's aboard here, folks. And that's going to tie this ball game up. So now runner down at first, 2 outs. And Lenny Green's taking off for second, folks. And he's going to make it down there. They're still in left and right against Blanchard. No respect at all for Johnny. Now it's a 1-1 count on Killebrew. And the go-ahead runs in scoring position. Killebrew's already homered in this game, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And Bill's up with it, throws over to first to end the inning. But the Twins tie this game up, and we go to the 7th inning stretch, folks. And let's see who the Twins are going to bring out here. You got Boyer. You have a pitch hitter for Stafford, and then another righty. I think they're going to bring a right-handed pitcher in. See who they're going to bring in here. The pitch to the Yankees here in the bottom of the 7th after tying the game up. Either Moore or Strange. Who are they going to go with? Looks like they're going to go with Ray. Well, no, he's tired. We're going to go with Lee Strange here. Lee's going to come in to pitch. Like I say, he'll be facing the bottom part of the order, and then Bobby Richardson. Lee on the year so far, a 7.04 ERA, folks. So here we go with Boyer up the bat. Boyer's 0 for 2. Can he get something going here in the bottom of the 7th? Oh, sounds good, Tim. Looking forward to it. Tim says he might have a game on at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. The National League Division game between the Dodgers and the Mets game 2. And Boyer's going to walk on down to first, folks. We got Legends in the house. Check out Legends Sports Universe. I checked out that game today. Legends, while I was at work, watched it live. Like I say, I'm unable to chat at work. But that was a darn good game. So Bill Stafford's going to get pitched hit here for folks. And let's see who they're going to bring in the pitch hit against Mr. Moore, the right-hander. I think it's going to be Bob Howell's going to come in here to pitch hit. Bob Howell, let's see if he can do something here, folks. Yeah, exactly. Heck of a pitching match up, that's for sure. That was a darn good pitching game. If you like pitching, check out that game between Tampa Bay Rays and the Oakland A's, folks, on Legends Sports Universe channel today. All right. Old Bob's only had one plate appearance for the year here, folks. Let's see if he can get his first base hit for the Yankees. Here's the pitch to Bob. And that's what he does, folks. No, I'm sorry. That's a nice catch out there by Lenny Green. He robs Bob of a hit, folks. Nice play by Green. That's a fly ball to center field. Track that one down. So now there's one out for Mr. Bobby Richardson. See if Bobby can get Boyer at least in the scoring position. He's 1 for 3 today. Flew out the center, singled and grounded out the third. And that's going to be a base on balls. Bobby goes down to first. Boyer's now in scoring position for Tony Kubek. First and second. The Yankees are in business, folks. Let's see what Tony can do. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. See if he can get on track here. And he sure does, folks. He squares this one up. And that ball is driven into left center field. And that is going to clear the bases, folks. And the Yankees are going to take a 2-run lead as Tony's down at second on a stand-up double. And the Yankees lead this game 5-3. Here comes Mr. Maris up now, still only 1 out, and Quebec in scoring position. Rogers doubled, walked, and grounded out the second. Let's see if Roger can drive Quebec in and give the Yankees a 3-run lead going into the 8th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And Roger goes down, folks. Normally, I think about walking old Mick since he's batting from the left side. And you got Howard behind him, but Mick's not hitting, folks. Mick hasn't been. Let's check it out here. His last few games, like I say. So I think you pitched to Mick. Here we go. He was 1 for 1 with a home run in his last game, 3 for 5. So I guess the last 2 games he hasn't been doing bad, but he's 0 for 3 today. Hit into a double play, grounded out to the pitcher and flew out the left. We're going to pitch to Mick. Like I say, considered walking him and pitching to Howard, but Howard's tearing it up today. See what Howard's done today. I think he's 2 for 3. I just don't see walking him and pitching to Howard the way he's hitting in this game. Well, heck, Howard's 2 for 2. He walked his other time up. So, yeah, we're going to pitch to Mick. Like I say, this might be a mistake, but here we go. And it's a mistake. That's going to be a single over second, and that's going to drive in Tony. So Mick with an RBI single. Like I say, I figured once I did all that talking, talked myself into not walking him, that it was going to be a mistake for the Twins. But Mick comes through with an RBI single, makes it a 6-3 ball game, folks. And now there's 2 outs with Mick down at first for Howard. Well, let's watch Howard screw up here and strike out or do something. Really make me look stupid for not walking Mick. And no, he doesn't make me look stupid. He hits that ball down to third. I'm sorry, he hits that ball down the short. And old Varcell, he boots out all over the place, folks. That's an E6. And everybody's safe. And I was supposed to send Mick down to third. That's how bad he booted it. So Mick's supposed to end up down at third. Let's redo that. That ball made it out into the outfield. That went through the wickets. Mick, with his speed, he ended up at third. So that's an E6. And Mick down at third now. So we got first and third for Yogi with 2 outs here. Can the Yankees blow this game completely open now? Yogi's 0 for 3, popped up to the catcher twice and struck out. And he likes popping that ball up, folks. But, oh, that might not be. He's a W pitcher. Yeah, it's a pop-up. That's a foul out down the first baseline. And Lipico is going to go over in foul territory, make the catch for out number 3. But the Yankees score 3 and take a 6-3 lead, folks, going into the 8th. Let's see who's going to come out here and pitch the 8th inning. Got Allison, Lemon, and Beatty. A bunch of righties due up. Let's see here. See who hasn't pitched. It's either going to be Ruffin or old Tex. Let's see which one we're going to bring in. Howard Tex. I think it's going to be Hal. I think Hal's going to come in here and pitch. Yep. Hal's going to come in and pitch, folks. Try to get through the 8th and get the ball to Luis in the 9th. That's the game plan, because Hal will be due up third in the bottom of the 8th. So let's see if Hal can keep this a 3-run lead here for the Yanks. Allison, Lemon, and Beatty do up here for the Twins. And Bobby's 0 for 3. And he's going to stay 0 for 4 because that ball's hit down the Quebec. He fields it cleanly over to Howard for out number 1. That brings up Jim Lemon now. Jim is 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Boyer. He fields it near the line, takes his time, fires over the Howard. Lemon don't have a lot of speed, and that's out number 2. Here comes Mr. Beatty. He's already got the hat trick. Can he get the golden sombrero? How can he get the strikeout here, folks? And no, he can't. That is going to be a ground ball down the third. And Mr. Reliable, Clint Boyer, throws that ball into the dirt, folks. And Howard, who's not normally down there at first, does a decent job blocking it. But Beatty's going to be aboard with an error here. That brings up Lipico. Are they going to pitch hit for him? Let's see who else they got to play third. Let's see if they got a lefty to play third. No lefty. So they're going to let old Lipico bat. He's 0 for 3, grounded out the short third and flew out to Roger. And that ball is going to be hit down the short. Hit down to Bobby at second. He's going to go to short the easy way. And that'll end the inning, folks. So the Twins leave 1 on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Yankees with a 3-run lead here, folks. We got Blanchard, Boyer, and then a pitch hitter for Hal. Johnny's 0 for 3. Let's see if he can get off the snide here against Strange. No, that's a swing and a miss. Johnny goes down on strikes, folks. And that'll bring up Clint Boyer. Clint's 0 for 2. He walked and scored, though, his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Easy play for Bill. 2 up and 2 down. And we'll have a pitch hitter here. And I think Earl's going to come out here and pitch hit. Bring out the other lefty off the bench to pitch hit. See if Earl can get aboard here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And maybe if they score, all Luis will set down. Oh, Earl's only 1 for 14 on the year, folks, hitting .071. And what do you know? Oh, Lee walks him. An .071 hitter, and that's a base on balls, folks. Let's see if Bobby Richardson can make him pay for that walk. So Bobby's having a decent game, 1 for 3 with a walk. He scored twice. Let's see what he can do here. And that's going to be a base hit, infield hit. That's the old Baltimore chop right in front of home plate. High chopper. And Bobby Speed, they're not going to get him down at first, folks. That brings up Quebec now. First and second and 2 outs. Let's see if Tony can get an RBI here today, folks. He's got 2 of them on the game with that double. See if he can get his third one here. And they don't want no parts of Tony. That's crazy. That's a base on balls for Tony. That brings up Roger. And I think that's going to be it for Lee. They're going to go to a lefty here in the bullpen. Face Roger. And they're going to bring on Danny, I think. Unless he just pitched recently. Let's see here. They're either going to bring on Danny or they're going to bring on Chuck Stobbs. Let's see here. And that's who they're going to bring on. They're going to bring on Danny. The pitch to the lefty with the bases loaded. Trying to get out of this 8th inning. Only down by 3 going into the 9th. Can't afford to go down by much more, that's for sure. So bases juice for Roger. He's 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs on the day, folks, with a double. Can Roger blow this game open, folks? 45 home runs on the year. Can he get number 46, make it a granny? And no, he doesn't. But McDermott, that is ball 4, and he walks in a run, folks, and makes it a 7-4 ball game. And Luis just sat down, folks, and Texas getting up. And I think Texas is going to come in here in the top of the 9th instead of Luis, since it's not a save opportunity. And plus mix up now. He singled and had an RBIs last time up, folks. Base is still juiced. And Mick will turn around and bat from the right side now with Danny on the mound. And here's the pitch for Mick. And again, sure, Danny with no control at all. He walks to Mick and walks in another run, folks. And the Twins are just collapsing. That brings up Elston Howard now. Howard's 2 for 3 with an RBI. Let's see if he can bust this game even further open. The Yankees are up by 5 all of a sudden. And no, I'm not going to say nothing. That is believe it or not, that is another base on balls. He has not gotten a batter out. They haven't put the ball in play, and they've scored 3 runs here, folks. All 3 runs are charged to poor Lee Strange, though. Sure. And now it brings up Yogi. Yogi's 0 for 4, folks. He's popped up to the catcher twice, struck out, and popped up to second. And he ain't popping up this time, folks. That ball is well hit. That ball is driven over second base, and that's going to score 2. And Howard's going to stop at second, though. And just like that, it's 10-3, good buddy. And the Yankees now with a 7. Sorry, that's 11-3. That's 11-3, folks. And the Yankees have busted this game open here in the 9th inning. And the first time somebody gets a hold of a pitch from Danny, it drives them in. What a game is right. The Yankees have turned it on here in the bottom of the 8th. Still 2 outs. They can't get that last out, folks. Here's Mr. Johnny Blanchard, 0 for 4. Can he get a base hit here today, folks? And that's a single over short, folks. And that's going to score Mr. Howard with 2 outs. And the Yankees just keep adding on. And it's going to be 1st and 3rd now, with Yogi down at 3rd for Clint Boyer. The Yankees have done batted around, folks. Sure. This is the 10th. This is the 11th batter of the inning, folks. Boyer, 0 for 3. Doesn't want to be the guy to make 2 outs in the inning. Let's see what happens here, folks. Grounded out to 3rd his first time up this inning. He ain't doing that. He squares this one up. And he drives that ball into the gap in right field, I believe. Nope, that's just hit the dead center field over Lee's head. He's chasing it down near the monuments, folks. And that's going to score everybody. That is a double to center field. And this game is crazy, folks. It's 13-3. And now, Earl's up for the 2nd time, folks. He came in to pitch hit. And he's the one that started this mess with a walk and scored. Let's see what he can do this time. He's still 1 for 14. And there you got Boyer down at 2nd. Can Earl get a hit here, folks? And this is nuts. He's walked for the 2nd time in this inning, folks. A 107 hitter, and they walked him twice, 2 different pitchers. That is crazy. So Earl down at first, Boyer down at second. Bobby Richardson's up, and he singled his first time up in this inning, folks. And see what Bobby can do now. And finally, they get out of this mess. That's a pop up on the infield. Killebrew, pissed off, says he'll take it, makes the catch, and shakes his head as they come off the field, folks. And it's the top of the ninth. Like I say, Tex is going to come in here to pitch with a 11-run lead now. He'll have the bottom part of the order due up here. He'll have Tuttle, a pitch hitter, and then back to the top of the order. So where's old Tex at? So here's the pitch to Bill. The Twins are down by 11, folks. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Mick camps under it for out number 1. They're going to pitch hit here for Danny. Let's see who they're going to bring in the pitch hit here. And I think old Beck, Q's going to come in here to pitch hit. Bring on the lefty. Oh, okay, 007. You have a good one, buddy. Here comes Julia in the pitch hit for the Twins. He's batting .355 on the year, folks. Let's see if he can get on with one out here for the Twins. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Howard scoops it up. He's going to call off Tex, taking himself for out number 2. So the Twins are down to the last out. Old Zorro's up. Versells, he's 1 for 4. He scored and stolen a base today, folks. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Nice way to finish this game off for Tex. And the Yankees win big, folks, 14-3. Let's take a look at this box score. Had a heck of a close game until that 8th inning, folks. Sure. The Twins 3 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. The Yankees 14 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. How many hits did they have in that 8th inning? Let's count them up, folks. 8th inning had a hell of a lot of walks. Not many hits, to be honest. 1, 2 hits. How many walks in that 8th inning? So you had 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, 3 hits in that inning. And you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walks. Jeez, you Pete's. 6 walks. Green had a good game for the Twins. He was 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Killebrew had the home run, 1 for 3. And here's the Yankees. Sure, look at this. Everybody but Bill had a hit. Richardson was 2 for 5. Howard was 2 for 3. Like I say, Howard had a hell of a good game. Yankees were 7 for 12 with runners in scoring position, folks. Scored 14 runs and didn't even have a home run. Didn't even turn on the freaking power. Pascual goes 6 innings, no decision, 4 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. Walked 3 and struck out 1. And Lee Strange comes in. Remember, 3 of those 6 runs, folks, he didn't actually walk them in. Oh, Danny did. He pitched 1 2/3, 3 hits, 6 runs, walked 4, struck out 2, and then Danny comes in and just blows it up too. 3 hits, 5 runs, walked 4. Bill Stafford gets his 14th win of the year. 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, struck out 6 and gave up the home run. Oh, Howe comes in and gets the hold. 1 inning of work. And Tex comes in, gets a strikeout in the ninth, folks, and that's all she wrote. Let's do some fast play here in the American League. We got the Angels traveling from LA to take on the Orioles. Oh, and by the way, that was the Yankees' 70th win on the year, folks. And the Orioles and Angels are playing a doubleheader, and look at this game, folks. What a difference this game was compared to the Yankees game. The Angels, no runs on a one-hitter. How about that, Barber, a one-hitter? We'll check the box score and see when he gave up that hit. Orioles 1 run on 5 hits in an air. Check this box score out, folks. What inning did he give up the hit? Check out the score. First inning, second batter. So it wasn't like he was cruising through a no-hitter. Second batter, Pearson got a base hit off of him. How did the Orioles scored their first run in the first inning, folks? Hell of a pitching game, and held on to win 1-0. See what happens here in the second game of the doubleheader. Can the Orioles sweep them here? No, they ain't. Oh, yeah, they do. The Angels, 4 runs on 12 hits and no errors, and the Orioles, 7 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. And Gentile with a home run and 3 RBIs in the game. How many home runs is that for Jim? That's 30 plus home runs for him. Let's see here. His 36th home run of the year. Now we got the Kansas City A's traveling the Beantown to take on the Boston Red Sox. Yeah, like I say, it was a decent game until the 8th inning, Tim. I agree. And the A's, 4 runs on 8 hits and error, but the Red Sox, 5 runs on 10 hits and no errors. And the last game in the American League is the Cleveland Indians traveling to Detroit to take on the Tigers. And the Indians beat the Tigers, 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors, and the Tigers only 1 run on 3 hits and no errors. Latman, 9 innings, 3 hit baseball there, folks. Let's take a look at the standings. The Orioles might have moved into second place, folks. And they did. Yankees 5 games up on the Orioles. The Tigers on a 3-game losing streak, folks, are now 6.5 games back. The Twins are 10.5 games back after the loss, along with the White Sox. And then it drops to 20 games back for the Angels. The Tribe is 24 games back. The Red Sox 25 games back, and then it drops again. The poor Senators are 32 games back, and the poor A's are 36.5 games back, folks. Old Jimmy, he's still leading the American League with a 333 average. Roger with his 45 home runs, and Gentile moved into second place with his 36th home run. Norm Cash with 100 RBIs on the year, folks. Skowron 96, Mantle 95 for the Yanks. Rogers finally in the 90s. He's got 90 RBIs now on the year. Take a look at the pitcher here in the American League. Bunning still leading the league with a 2.09 ERA with 17 wins, and Luis with his 26 saves, folks. And Roger has taken over the MVP lead, folks. over Norm Cash. Bunning's still holding on to the Cy Young vote right now, with Whitey Ford second and Bill Stafford third. And they say Mick's on a hot streak, folks. I guess he is. But 257 in 12 games don't seem like a hot streak to me. I mean, the 15 RBIs ain't bad in 12 games. So when he does make contact in that 257 average, he is driving in runs, but I sure wouldn't call him hot. Yeah, they're hot, and my hot's a little different. I mean, the last 3 games, we'll go back here and take a look here at the Mick in his last 3 games. Last 3 games, he's gotten some decent hits. But up until that, he was struggling. Of course, a lot of people says hitting 257 with 15 RBIs, they like to struggle to do that. But remember, Mick was hitting over 300. It hasn't been that long ago. 3 for 5, 1 for 4, 1 for 1, and 1 for 4. 2 RBIs, 4 RBIs, and 1 RBI. But up until that, he was 0 for 2, 0 for 4, 1 for 2, 1 for 2, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 1 for 3, 0 for 3, 1 for 3, 0 for 5, 0 for 2. There he had a 2-hit game. When was that his last 2-hit game? No, he was 3 for 5 there. So, yeah. So, but from August 2nd, you have to go back to July 21st before he had that 2-hit game. So, like I say, he's starting to get on track again. Like I say, he is 5 for his last 10. So, not bad. I guess I'm a little hard on him. Alrighty, I want to thank Tim D for being here today. 007, check out his channel, folks. He's doing some inside the pitch baseball using the PC. Check out that. Sorry, 007, I can't remember exactly what year you're doing. Yeah, I think he did too, Tim D. Yep. And check out Legend Sports Universe channel, folks. Cleveland Baseball Fan 879. Check out his channel. He said tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock he should have the National League Game 2 between the Mets and the Dodgers. And I believe that was everybody, folks. Until next time, y'all have a great evening. And if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell. Oh, you're welcome, Tim D. Yeah, I'm glad you caught me live too. Yep, I appreciate it, bud. You have a great evening and you take care. Until next time.